Hi Krima, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're gonna be doing the equation f of x equals x to the 1/2, and we're gonna evaluate it at x equals 9. Now the thing to consider here is x to the 1/2 is also equal to x square rooted. So now we're gonna try to plug it into this equation that is f of x plus h minus f of x all over h as the limit of h goes to 0. So yeah, let's get started. We're gonna plug this in. It's gonna give us x plus h, again, square rooted. You can also write 1/2, which is what I did the first time, but square root might be a little bit easier to understand for the purposes of what we're about to do next. Minus f of x, which is just going to be x square rooted all over h. Now the goal here is to remove one of these h's, and right now it seems impossible, but we can do this with the help of a conjugate. Now the conjugate here is going to be something we multiply in order to get rid of these square roots. And what we can multiply here on top and bottom, we can multiply x plus h plus x. Now why are we doing this? Because when we multiply this by this, we're going to get x plus h. When we multiply this by this, we're going to get x plus h square rooted times the square root of x. And then when we go ahead and multiply this, we're going to get something that cancels that very thing out, which is negative x square rooted times square root of x plus h. And then we're going to get the square root of x to the power of 2, which is going to leave us with x. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and show that being done here. Done. Like I said, these terms are going to cancel each other out. And then x square root of x times square root of x is just going to give you x plus x. So this is what you're left with at the top when you're multiplying by here. And then you're going to multiply by the bottom by the exact same thing. X plus h plus x. And the reason you want to do that is you just want this to be multiplied by 1. Because if you only multiply the top, now you have a whole different expression. So effectively what you get when you multiply by this is x plus h minus x. I'm sorry, I put a plus here. This is supposed to be a minus because you're multiplying minus square root of x times positive square root of x, which will make this negative x. All divide by, that was such a bad line, all divide by h times x plus h plus square root of x. Teacher told us don't have to simplify this more. Now here's the good part, is that x plus h minus x just gives you h, because these two cancel out. And now you divide by h times x plus h plus x. You can take this out and make this h over h. Divide by 1 x plus h plus x. And then you can cancel this out. This becomes 1 times this expression, which just means this is the expression itself. And then you want to evaluate at 9 based on this. And once you do that, you get 1 over 9 plus h plus square root of 9, or square root of 9 plus h plus square root of 9. And then once you do that, make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Yeah, once you do that, you want to set the limit of h to 0. Which will give you 1 divided by square root of 9 plus 0 plus square root of 9. And once you simplify that, you get 1 divided by square root of 9 plus 0. Or sorry, just square root of 9, which is just going to give you 3, because square root of 9 is 3, plus another square root of 9, which is also 3, which gives you the final answer, 1 over 6.